Hello, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your March the 14th just for today in a meditation. If you need to reach me, feel free to do so at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's get into the meditation. All right. It is entitled Relationships. Also, our inventories usually include material on relationships. That's taken from the basic text, page 29. What an understatement this is, especially in later recovery. Entire inventories may focus on our relationships with others. Our lives have been filled with relationships with lovers, friends, parents, coworkers, children, and others with whom we come in contact. A look at these associations can tell us much about our essential character. Often, our inventories catalog the resentments that arise from our day to day interactions with others. We strive to look at our part in these frictions. Are we placing unrealistic expectations on other people? Do we impose our standards on others? Are we sometimes downright intolerant? Often, just the writing of our inventory will release some of the pressure that a troubled relationship can produce. But we must also share this inventory with another human being. That way, we get some needed perspective on our part in the problem and how we can work toward a solution. The inventory is a tool that allows us to begin healing our relationships. We learned that today with the help of an inventory, we can start to enjoy our relationships with others. Just for today, I will inventory the part I play in my relationships. I will seek to play a richer, more responsible part in those relationships. Beautiful meditation. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So glad to be here with you today. I'm real grateful for my recovery and real grateful for each one of you. Speaking about that, relationships and our inventories, our fourth step oftentimes are the majority, a high percentage of them are about our relationships in regards to others, in regards to agencies, in regards to ourselves. So much of our material for our fourth step is about relationships, and there should not be um, the need to steer away from that. I think that the main rule that I can imagine with the step four is that you can write too little, but never too much. Sometimes you'll end up with a sponsee that can write a whole book, pages and pages and pages and pages, notebooks during their fourth step, and it's very cleansing. Now, what I do in that situation is when an individual has written a lot of information, I request to read that information at my leisure so that I'm in a position where I can actually know what questions that I'm going to have about what they're going to share with me. And then I give it back to them. And then when we get to that stage of covering that, I will ask for more details because a lot of times the information in the inventories is just so deep and so long, it's impossible to actually cover all of it in one setting. And so I don't put that limitation on myself to cover someone's fourth step with them in one setting. And I do borrow their information and promise to keep it private and take good care of it until I'm done reading it thoroughly on my own. And then when I'm done, we go ahead and go over it. Now, there's some sponsees that weren't comfortable with that process. And then there were some that were very comfortable with that process. Again, I don't sponsor nearly as many people as I used to for good reason. But I think that this ideal of being able to sort out some of our mess through the fourth step is very powerful. And I hope today that you will consider your step work and consider who your sponsor is and consider getting to the stage where you're able to look at your patterns in an inventory, a step four, and share it with your sponsor in a step five. I think that it would be one of the most beautiful gifts you could ever give to yourself. And you know what? To others that you're in a relationship with as well. My name is Mighty Stream, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day on purpose.